A lot of people might be surprised that when you're using skip baits or pitch baits for billfish and tuna and stuff, you don't need heaps and heaps of gear. You need a very organised little kit. This is a roll of wax thread, and this is what we use to stitch the baits up. It's nice and thin because the baits we're using here are only very small. Back on the East Coast where we might be using big slimy mackerel, or up in Cairns where they're using often 20 kilo baits, they'll use much thicker wax thread because it's much stronger. I've got that wax thread. I've got a little needle wallet here. It's a little leather pouch just like that, and it's got little bridle rigging needles for when we want to tow a live bait, but it's also got a range of little stitching needles from little tiny guys like that right up to some much heavier duty surgical steel rigging needles. These guys are for the big hard baits. But for these little baits, I'll just use the short, small needles. Having them in a little kit like that makes life very easy. A little pair of braid scissors or any sort of scissors like that, just for trimming baits and trimming thread and doing stuff like that. That bait's now stitched up. I've stitched the hook, which is a KL70 and some 80-pound Blackmagic Tough Trace to the bait. The hook's sitting out the front with plenty of hook exposure, and we've stitched the head to the body so that when a fish comes up and grabs it, we don't end up ripping the body off and just get left with a head bait. It's a very simple process. It's something worth practicing at home. Get some baits, practice stitching them up so that you can get them nice and neat. This is nothing special, let me tell you. There's guys out there that do it for a living and they just do it like with surgical precision, but this is going to do us for today.